Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flights in the Airbus A320neo in United Airlines colours from flights from Denver to Baltimore, Washington. Flight time today just shy of 3 hours, and so should get a fair bit of airtime today, crossing the central and eastern portions of the United States. Otherwise, yeah, in a couple of minutes we'll jump in the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and make our way now over to the capital. So, overhead panel, we'll turn on battery, turn on the external power, set the heating to the middle, turn on the IRS, that's navigation, turn on the, or straight to automatic, and turn on the nav lights. Let's silence the alarm since, well, we don't want to hear that the whole time. Let's turn up the brightness and just slowly get the aircraft prepared for flights. And there's the fuel panel just on time. So, how are you guys doing today? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, hope all is good. Turn on the brightness. And now, let's look at the aircrafts. So let's pop open the flights plan, I've got that on SimBrief today. That's going to be that one. Right, total fuel on board today. £24,681. 24,681. That will not do. One more. 53. Come on, 53. There we go. So a relatively full aircraft has a fuel. The centre tank's empty, but left and right pretty much maxed out. That's fine. Thank you very much for your truck, who should be well, filling the aircraft up and driving away in just a couple of moments. So flying with IVAO today, although it looks like at the moment there's no ATC online, so it'll just be Unicom for a little bit. But we'll keep an eye on that, see if it changes, see how that goes for the flights. Welcome there, everybody. Yep, we're using the freeware A320neo projects. Absolutely. Right, so set up. Let's also start the passenger boarding process, shall we? Since that'll take a couple of minutes. Give packs a moment to open. There we go. So start our flights. Flying from... Ah, there you go. Thank you very much, Smart Car. So, United Airlines 224, 35,000 feet cruise from Caden to KBWI. Flight time, say, 3:20. Depart in about 25, 25, 24, 23-ish minutes, or 22 by the time we've done this. Flying an A320neo with 160 people on board. Welcome there, everyone to chat. How are we doing? So 160 A320neo, that's all fine. Next, we don't have Wi-Fi, I don't think. No, I don't think we do. So no Wi-Fi. No, and actually, you guys tell me in the chat, do United Airlines use Wi-Fi on their 320s? Be quick. Don't have boarding music, we do have a safety briefing, United Airlines. We do have a snack service. I think we get a meal service as well. In fact, let me just confirm that. United Airlines A320. Yes, it does have SATCOM, so we do have Wi-Fi. And A320 meal. It looks like we do get a meal service as well then. That's international dining, so in-flight dining... Yeah, okay, so we do in fact get a meal service as well. It's quite a nice stock there then for United. So passengers up on the aircrafts. Let's go through the FMS setup, shall we? Starting off with our flights. Okay, then to... Kilo, Bravo, whoops, yes, Bravo, Whiskey India, Baltimore, Washington. Don't know why that name confuses me so much, but it does. Flight number is United Airlines 224. Cost index 5. Oh, 9. Okay, usually it's 5. Cost index 9, cruising at 350. Thank you for subscribing, is that Kalmid? How I pronounce that? But thanks, man, much appreciated. Subscribing on Twitch, always a star. Thank you very, very much. 0 fuel weight, 50.2, stroke, centre of gravity, 21.3. Got fuel is 11.275, so 11.3. Welcome there, Thady, how you doing? Right, that's that sorted. Over to flight plan. Let's work on our waypoints, shall we? So starting off with Mike Charlie Kilo. Muck. It's going to be, well, it's just same to that one. After that, we go to Ayagi. Followed by BVE. BVE. I like that. The 3 E's. Next is Hibav or Hibav. Then it's Vinza. Got a few waypoints today, but nothing too crazy. Insert that. Jump to flight plan. Scroll down. Following Vinza, we go to me or my Mie. Mie. I think that's what it is. But Mie. Followed by D-Bar. I love American waypoints. They have such amazing names. Oops, it's going to be that one. Following D-Bar, we go to Rossi. Fady. It's not that difficult. After Rossi, we fly to Russia. Russia. Like I said, I love American name waypoints. You get something like New York, you get Apple for the Big Apple. Rod. Followed by Nussum. And then that's that. That's our flight plan. Sorted. So insert U. Head to Denver. Set departure, which is via runway 08 today. Ooh. Interesting. 08. Oh, 7. I'm not sure where that is. You got that. Because it's an interesting shape of Denver. You have something like 6 or 8 runways in all directions. It's an interesting one, Denver. And we are using the Flightbeam Studios scenery today, so before we depart, we shall have a look at the scenery as well, since we are using the fancy Flightbeam one rather than the defaults. Which, to be fair, default does also come with the what's it called? The premium edition of Microsoft Flight Sim. In fact, it's not even the standard, isn't it? Or whatever it is, we have got it. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's increase our speed. Let's just zoom around the airport, see what we've got. So here you've got the northern terminal portion. It's got the main control tower sticking out top of that. You see the mountains in the background as well. It's a very pretty airport, this Denver. And out the way of everything, the city's maybe like 50, 60 miles away. There's an aircraft coming to land now. Probably, almost certainly going to be an IVA person. So you're using IVA for online network, like I say, currently on Unicom. So it's northern. Here you've got the main central terminal. Again, nice and large, plenty of aircraft around that. And then we have the the bit that connects to the main people bits. You've got the southern terminal. Yes, using IVAO today. Also got this rather interesting little bridge there. There you go. Tail clearance 42 foot. Not sure you're going to get many aircraft underneath here. Well, actually, you could do. You could fit a 320 by the looks of things quite snugly down the middle. But I don't know. I like it. It's a nice little scenery, this Denver. Come out to the front. You got the car park for the cars as well. And then you got the very fancy terminal entrance. Yeah, welcome to Denver. I like it. I like it. Very detailed, very fancy. Alright, let's jump back to the aircraft and let's now finish off the rest of our boarding process.
On items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
Yeah, that cabin crew did their thing. Let's check the meta information for Denver.
If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you.
QNH.
If the overhead bin is full, please
Oh,
make sure you close
10205
it as a
hectopascals. That
courtesy to
should
other
give me it
passengers.
in
Please double check that all your items are
let's
put
use
away so
IVO
that
instead,
the
shall
aisle
we?
is clear and other passengers can make their way
All
to
makes
their
sense. Give me
seats.
the
If you're in
European
an emergency
info.
exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you.
QNH
If you're not able to comply with
3028.
these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. You are free to use your
We'll be cruising
portable
at 35,000
electronic
today.
devices
There's
during
no
the boarding
ATC, so we
process.
can go straight
We
to
ask
cruise.
that larger electronic devices are stowed once we
It's
depart from the gate.
initial
Thank
climb
you
is
and welcome aboard.
2,500. Let's use initial climb 3,000. Speed's 250 knots. And that shall do. Flight director on. Turn on the seatbelt sign. Also tell PAX that we've done the same as well. And in a couple of moments, we'll start leaving the gate. So fuel pumps active. And APU, let's start. Also, quick check the flight plan. Make sure that everything is plugged in correctly. Especially with a flight plan like this. One waypoint could send us miles in the wrong direction. That looks nice and standard, so yeah, everything's all good. At this point now, wait for the APU to start, and then pretty much get ready to push and leave. It's a very simple process, the A320. It's not a difficult one by any means to start up and get running. No, I'm not a pilot. This is just a hobby for me. Welcome Aaron, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Norwegian Airlines to our right. Rig gotta be clear since everyone's boarding from the front. Yes, the fly-by-wire A320neo project. It's the name of the Zybo-like A320 for the sim, where it's default airplane, bunch of new assets built to improve it and make it look and feel a lot nicer. Not doing too bad, Tommy. Not doing too bad. If people are spamming in chats, then I'm just going to remove them. Goodbye 17 frames. No, seatbelt sign's not on default, it comes as part of the A320neo. So departure runway today, let's quickly go over to... Whoa, what's going on there? Odd. Why is that doing that? What's going on there? Why is the drone cam all of a sudden rotating like crazy? Controller, cameras. Where is it? Camera, drone camera. That's Ross, yeah. Left back is that, that's fine. Keyboard, camera, drone camera. Num9. Is it gonna be number key? Number key then? Ah! Perhaps that's why. There we go, that's better. Turns out for some reason my num key was stuck. That's a new one for me. Sorry, someone donated there or something. I missed the message. I do apologise to that person. I'll try and dig out what it was a moment ago. But yeah, the runway departure is that one over there in the distance. So pushback's facing left. And that runway is what we're going to be using to leave this airport today. Nice and short taxi, nothing too crazy. Well, you see, you've got our United Airlines just here. And then just on the other side of that building, we've got the United Airlines new. We've got a couple of them over here. the new United Airlines colours. 2 330s. When's the update? There is an update coming later this month. I don't exactly remember when it's coming. Yep, this Friday. Also, the 3080 is coming out. I can tell you, I'm very excited to be picking up an upgrade. I mean, well, I'll buy the graphics card. The question is, when will it arrive? Because it could take like a month or two for it to even get here. The order backlog is going to be massive, so hopefully it won't take too long to get here. So AP is running, still power off. Panels are still active, which is good. On one occasion I had the issue where, for some reason, the panels just disappeared. So I had to reset the AP a couple of times. No VNav, we're doing it all hands-on today. Right, the American just landed over there. We're taxiing to gate right now. We'll do one final check of ATC. We're still on Unicom.
We're ready to go when you are.
Cabin is now boarded. So at this point, we'll be ready to push back in just a couple of moments. Space departure 9 minutes. By the time we taxi, that's pretty much us sorted. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's turn on the beacon lights. And let us now prepare the aircraft for push and start. So press Shift P, call the pushback tug over, and then as you push from the stand, the flight attendants will give the safety briefing inside the cabin. So again, we don't need Unicom, so we don't need IVA right now, so I'll minimise that. As flight tempo release Copenhagen. I'll definitely check that out.
With service to Baltimore. Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours and 20 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and
no, that's fine.
Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Parking brake released. Engine ignition on. Engine 1 starts. Much like the N12 coming to life, if that's the case. I've done this correctly, which is good to see. That's the request, so nose goes left, so I request to push back right.
Welcome. We're excited to have you aboard, and we appreciate your attention as we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. FAA regulation requires you to follow the instructions of our crew members and comply with posted and lighted signs.
In a moment, we'll stop the pushback process.
It's important to have your seatbelt on at all times. To fasten your seatbelt,
Engine
slide the
2
metal
starts.
ends into the buckle. Tighten by pulling the loose end of
Okay,
the
probably could have
strap.
done a little more of a
Lift the buckle
left-hand
through
turn
release.
there, but we'll be
The
alright.
seatbelt sign is on. Your seatbelt should be fastened.
There's the PTU, the barking dog.
Please take a moment to look around in order to familiarize yourself with the aircraft. This Boeing 787 has 8 exit doors, 4 on each side of the aircraft.
Not the 787, I
If the
don't
doors
think.
are opened in an emergency, slide wraps will
Alright, wait for
automatically
engine 2 to
inflate.
stabilise.
In a water landing, slide rafts detach from the aircraft and are used as life rafts.
We'll load the flaps
All
down
8 exits
to
are marked with
1.
overhead
And
signs.
before I forget,
As you locate the 2 exits
let's,
nearest your seat, remember,
set up
they may be
takeoff
behind
performance.
you.
So flaps 1, takeoff. Flex temp
Got it.
76. And that's that. 128 rotate today. Transition altitude 18,000.
Evacuation. If you're unable or uncomfortable, please ask a flight attendant to be moved. If you must evacuate the aircraft, exit
The
back
Airbus
light,
A320neo, of
illuminate
course.
and guide you to the exit.
$30. It's £20, $30.
Leave all carry-on bags behind. Please refer to the safety card near your seat for the operation of the exit doors on this aircraft.
Right, engine 2 is stable. We'll turn off the APU. Turn on the taxi lights. And let us now make our way to runway to park brake released. Increase throttle. Let's get going.
The band does not require adjustment. To start the flow of oxygen, breathe normally. Make make sure your mask is secure before helping others.
Should you need it, you'll find a life vest equipped with a water-activated light under or near your seat. When directed, pull the tab to remove the pouch. Tear open the pouch, remove, and unfold the vest. Slip it over your head, wrap the belt around your waist, and secure it to the buckle in front.
Engine sounds as standard right now.
Inflate your vest just
Standard
prior to
320
exiting
engine
the aircraft
sounds.
by pulling down sharply on the red tab. You can also inflate the vest by blowing into the tube.
PMDG released SM3 in Q1 21.
This aircraft is also equipped with infant life vests, which will be distributed if necessary.
Smoking is never allowed on the aircraft. U.S. law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying laboratory smoke detectors. Federal regulations also require passengers to comply with lighted signs and crew member instructions. 祝您旅途愉快.
Where am I from? I'm from London. London, England.
Make sure you've switched all smartphones, tablets, and e-readers to airplane mode. For taxi, takeoff,
So, as we taxi down to the runway, we'll stick out the right-hand wing, sometimes left as well, just kind of look at the scenery a little bit more. Enjoy a bit of the Flightbeam Denver here. Like I say, it does look rather good, this. The scenery, very nice put together. That's suspension forever. There you go.
Taking off soon.
Forever.
Please review the safety card located near your seat. Stow your tray table, carry-on items, headrest, and footrest. Make sure your seat back is upright and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please place your personal item under the seat in front of you.
Different Tenerife South Heathrow, nice one. Very good. There we go. Safety briefing done. So, taxi to the runway. We'll be airborne in about 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, the Airlines A320 is a long way home. So is Indigo. We've got an Indigo right there. Very long way from home. Do I have UK 2000 to Bristol? No. No, I do not. To be fair, I don't fly from Bristol all that often, so we'll see if I pick it up. Instruction unclear, open exit door. Yeah, the BA safety video I do quite like. The BA one's very good. FMGC problems. What issue's is that? Sorry, VO guys, and what's the issue there? Let's also increase the throttle slightly. We're a slightly heavier plane than usual. We're flying a slightly longer cruise, and so definitely a bit more weight in the aircraft today than usual. I can read the comments, true. I can see you trying to dislike everything. What are we doing right now? 5 knots, yeah. Go a little bit faster, shall we? Increase throttle about 30-ish%. Why did you fly to 787? At some point we will do again, but not today. Do I like the new or old United? Definitely the old one. Well, not the old. So, in terms of United liveries, my favourite will be the Continental Merger livery, followed by the followed by the original grey livery, and then the new Euro Whites livery. I'm not a massive fan, on truth be told, but hey, opinions are opinions. I don't know, there's something about that new Euro White livery, which again, there's one that's currently at standard right now. It's just something about it I'm not so keen on. Make a left-hand turn shortly, since I have no idea where I'm going right now. All I know is that ahead of us is a runway. Pretty much just follow the ND there. There's a terminal map you can kind of follow. So yeah, take the runway right at the very end. That's like the idea. Yes, this is the Flightbeam scenery today. Flightbeam Studios, Denver. It's a very good looking scenery, that. Very, very nicely done. Going uphill now, so a bit more throttle, just keep speed up. Is the floating ballooning effect such on 320? I've not noticed any. To be fair, even the original version of 320, I've never noticed any floating effects. The floating I've definitely noted in the 7.8, but not in the 320. Although what you might be dealing with is the fly-by-wire flare law, which is something that Airbus aircraft do to assist with the landing. I've disabled the V button. I've disabled the VFR map since it causes conflict issues with 787. Oh look, I forget Denver has the United Airlines hangar. Not yet. Use the taxiing out to the runway. We're just about to depart. So going right to the end of this taxiway, and then we shall be at the runway. Welcome there, it's Techno. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. So excited. Glad to hear it, Techno. Glad to hear it. FNGC's distance not decreasing. Oh right, I know what you're talking about there, Theo. Yeah, not fixed. You're still having to guess when to descend. No, not yet fixed. Going downhill now, so cut back on the throttle. We are almost there. Almost at the runway. I mean, just look at the detail of that taxiway, just how... Well, you've got different variants. You've got the, without the engine blur, a bit easier on this side. So you can see just how... a normal taxiway where the aircraft is, and you've got the old concrete there, which is slowly cracking, slowly breaking. You've got the ground mesh, that's been bent around the aircraft as well. Very nice detailed scenery, this. Very much a fan of it. I'll probably fly from Denver a fair few times. I just really like how this looks. Right, there's our runway. So we shall hold shorts. Do one more check for Unicom. Make sure that everyone is happy for us to depart, and then we'll go. Why do you stream in 60 FPS? Because I'm getting about 30 FPS, and so by streaming at 60, I'd be streaming at half my frames. There you go. Also, no person can get 60 FPS in a Microsoft Flight Sim. At least not until the 30 series comes out. Vehicle there, just waiting to the left, which is always appreciated. It's bumpy towards the end. Cheers for the heads up. This is manually made, so this is the hand-built scenery from Flightbeam Studios. Longest flight I've done. My longest real-life flight was flying from London to Athens. That was a 4.5-hour flight. And my... Oh yeah, your question literally was, why aren't you streaming 60 FPS? Why in 1080p? Because I've only got a 1080p monitor, so that's as much I can stream. I'll probably upgrade to a 1440p with my 3080, but we'll see what the future brings. Yeah, longest flight in real life was London to Athens, 4.5 hours. My longest flight in a sim, or in any sim, so X-Plane 11 flew from... Oh yeah, let's get a bit bumpy, doesn't it? Flew from London Heathrow to Perth in Australia, and that took about 16 hours. Right, so hard shots. Just quickly confirm IVO, so... In fact, I'll do it on screen just so you can see. So, okay then, traffic. Departing. Runway 08. There we go. We'll do a quick visual check to make sure that's... Nobody's coming in to approach. Nobody's coming in on the land. The runway's clear. I can see no aircraft, so I'm happy with that. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. There we go. Let's increase throttle.
Please be seated for departure.
Spoilers, which has to turn off actually, the ignition. Brake sets to maximum in case it rejects takeoff. Let's get going, shall we? Oh, as a passenger, I don't fly aircraft. My longest flight I've done as a pilot is 30 minutes from Elstree to Duxford. Elstree to Duxford. Cheers for that, Bogey. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed the videos. Right. On the runway. Engines up, 40%. 1 and 2 are stable. Up to flex. Using IVAO for that sim. IVAO. knots. V1 rotates. Ooh, flying a very heavy aircraft today. It's heavier than I'm used to. There we go. Positive climb, gear up. There we go. So pitched for about 12.5 degrees. We'll let the aircraft speed up to about 200 knots, and then we shall set the throttle back to climb power. There we go. Denver International. It's an international airport from a major city. That's just nowhere near any form of civilization whatsoever. Supposedly the site of a secret US what was it? Secret US nuclear bunker for the presidents and other high-ranking officials. Up. About to pass through 10,000. Nope, graphic settings same as usual. Same as usual today. Right, above 10,000. Landing lights off and retracted. Couple of moments. We'll leave it a little bit more. If the weather stays stable, we'll then switch on the we'll turn off seatbelt signs. We'll set up autopilot now, so we'll let the aircraft do its thing. We'll go direct to the next waypoint since I'm not quite sure. Actually, will it take us to Denver? Will it take us to Eons? It'll take us to Eons. Okay, that's fine then. Right. That's the direct point, okay. There we go. Yeah, the first waypoint out of Denver looks a bit iffy there of the SID, so we'll just force it back to Eons. How much cost? So it costs $60 with the standard edition, $90 Premium, and $120 for Premium Deluxe. wouldn't say the ground looks that bad. No, not at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatories. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
And there we go. So let the aircraft level off. We'll check how it is, and we'll probably turn off the seatbelt sign. Good purchase there, Adam. Much appreciated. Yes, if you got Game Pass, then you get the standard edition for free, which is $1 for the first month, and then something like $10 thereafter. So not too bad. No worries, Bogey. I'm glad you're enjoying packs. Passing through 16,000 now, pass through 17, and then 18, we'll switch over to standard altimeter. Also, with above 10,000 now, actually, so we can increase our speed. We'll go Mach 0.60 initially. Let's decrease our climb rate to about 2,000 feet per minute. Altimeter set. And seatbelt signs off. Welcome in for flight, how are you doing?
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
As far as I'm aware, it should still be coming out for Xbox One, yes, Birdie. I believe that's still the plan. What happens if the pilot touches automatic trim? Well, nothing much will happen really. I mean, I can move it. And so, other than slightly changing the pitch of the aircraft, it will just slowly bring it back to its normal position. Why did you download the update for the 320? Can't find it. So it's called the Fly-by-Wire A320neo project. I have done a tutorial on how to install it, and so potentially worth looking at that if you need to find it. But it's not too difficult to search for. Talk to passengers, that's PAX. TFDI Design PAX. PACX. Who knows how long it'll be till we fly over civilization again. Not soon, that's for sure. Cruising altitude 35,000. Flight level 350. Thanks for that original name. Glad you enjoyed the watch. So got to cruise speed 7.5. Check your microphone setup, Vime. If your microphone's not set up properly in the settings, then it won't record you. Do you have fast forward flights? No, I do not. What's the point of doing flights if you're not going to actually do it? I mean, cruise is probably the nicest bit. You sit there, you watch the world go by, and in my case, a bit of time to kind of sit down and talk to the chats. Where to check? If you go to settings, it's the, where are they? There you go, audio devices, and from there, you can then set it. Live weather, yes, we are using live weather today. So, I'm very sure this is accurate. Let's have a look. Yep, you look at the weather in Denver, it is completely sunny, nothing around. If you have a look at the weather in Washington, got a little bit of a haze right now. Oh, it's saying on Seattle, Washington. No, Washington, DC. Thank you for subscribing, Bogey. Much appreciated, man. Thank you very much. Always appreciated. Oh, is that what DC stands for? District of Columbia. Never knew that. Yeah, so it's cloudy at the moment, but looks like it will clear up as the light goes on. It gets cloudy again, so it probably won't be completely clear. We almost actually will see some cloud as we make our descent towards DC. Yeah, if you've got any issues, speak to TFDI Design support or their Discord. Probably better support than you can get from me, that's for sure. I can help you so far, but not always best. Flying near this afternoon, lost all power. You sure didn't run out of fuel there, Steve? Because I've not had that issue myself where the aircraft just completely cuts out. So we'll be cruising for about 3 hours today. We've got a fair flight ahead of us. At some point I'll probably take like a short break. Just give myself a couple of moments to rest and relax. But that comes later. Anti-ice, no need for it today. No clouds, no frozen weather. We should be alright without the anti-ice turned on. Is it possible to have random fails if the fails are enabled? Yes, it's possible. See if I sign this turned on right now. Sorry, no smoking is turned on. It sets to automatic. On, auto, off. Sounds like a strange one, Steve. You shouldn't have the didn't have a case of Air France 443. The mysterious crash where they suspect it was a computer glitch, but nobody knows to this day. Glad you enjoy them, Lion. And I'm glad people are finding tutorials helpful, because half the time I do these tutorials and I record them, I feel like I'm talking nonsense and have no idea what I'm going on about. And yet, people do say they're helpful, so I'm glad at the very least they are working for you guys. So at some point I'll probably start covering some of the other aircraft, for example the Cessna Citations, both of those. The King Air, I've had a couple of requests for, so I'll probably cover that at some point as well. And just slowly build up the number of tutorials I've got available on this channel. Where to? Flying to Baltimore, Washington today. Baltimore, Washington. What am I looking for? D assets, D program files, TFDI, packs. No, I need it in app data. Trying to mess around with a few things quickly. A few small errors on my part, which I need to tweak. It's going to be that one, I think. No, it's going to be hard local, is it? There we go. Thank you for subscribing, Alex. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for that, man. Had a fair few Twitch subscribers today. Always appreciated. Thank you very much. Hello, Degsav. How you doing? One more question. I mean, I like TFDI Design packs. I do like it a lot. It's a very good add-on. Adds a lot more depth to your flight sim. In terms of giving you passengers, giving you cabin crew, and just overall building up your repertoire of flights. I mean, you also get full end-of-flight reports as well. So if I go to my records, let's have a look at so there you go. BA117 Heathrow to JFK. This is the end-of-flight reports for that. Here's my latest flights. That was always there from Vienna to Thessaloniki. That was a very good flight. I mean, very soft landings overall. Very good trip, that one. Go back to my X-Plane days. Here's my Ryanair flights from Stansted to Copenhagen, I believe that is. And yeah, again, another decent flights. Overall, rather good bit that. I like it. I like PAX. It's a very comprehensive add-on. Yep, you can use PAX on any flight simulator that's compatible with FSUI PC. Feature you'd like them to add on PAX? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I mean, it covers pretty much everything that I want in a passenger simulation add-on, which is passengers, cabin crew, a way to interact with your passengers in case you can use your own voice, and just overall, yeah, it's got what I need from it, really. Whoopsie. There we go. Cheers to that, Lion. Merch. I'm not sure if I'll do any merch anytime soon, but we'll see. How do you put chat in the corner? So I'm using Restream Chat for that, but you can use something like Streamlabs as well. Put chat in the top right corner of your screen. You usually disable autopilot 1, set throttle twice on the runway. You shouldn't be doing that in the 320 original. And if you're idling throttles at 100 feet, then you're pretty much stalling it into the runway. You shouldn't really.
Are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
What am I trying to think? You shouldn't really idle the throttles, or yeah, at all in the A320. That gets taken care of pretty much straight there. Drawyah. Everyone keeps calling me Drawyah as well. I mean, this thing's just the way I keep saying it. Drawyah, 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 Drawyah. I don't know. Drawyah or Drawyah. I don't know. London accents. Pretty much. Pretty much. Is it route to whilst you need a mod? Nope. No, I don't. At this point. Do you know if Navigraph codes a single use on it? What do you mean by that, Lewis Hamilton? What do you mean by that? Dudley is the accent. Dudley. I mean, I've lived in London all my life, but I don't know. Accent from my father. How do you keep the auto throttle from Toga when landing? If it's doing that original name, then, well, have you turned off auto throttle? Because if you have, you shouldn't. Because if Toga is being activated on your descent, it means that you're going too slow. You're actually stalling the aircraft. And so Toga, if it does that automatically, is the stall protection of the A320. Yes, so you manually fly at around 1,500 feet, and you idle the throttle. I'm not sure if it specifically says 50 feet, but when the aircraft says retard, 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 that's the aircraft telling you to use the retarder, and therefore idle throttles. That's what it means. Can you explain Toga? So Toga is takeoff, go around. It's the system that's used to pull the throttles into maximum thrust. So if I go to the well, first of all, you can look at the throttle here. You can see that very top, Toga, take off, go around. So if I were to increase that to the max, we'll say over here, manual Toga, it pushes throttles up to maximum power, and is used in cases where if you're flying in too far, or flying in too slow, or flying in too low, it's like an emergency mode. Takeoff, go around, full power forwards. From Swansea, welcome Captain Rivaldo. Watching you wave fly, Delta Papa Lima. That's going to be Germany. I'm not sure which one's Papa Lima. That's Baltimore, maybe. What one's that? Papa Lima. And London City's Echo Golf Lima Charlie. Any good mods out? Almost certain the A320neo X project by Fly-by-Wire. Another tutorial. Thank you for that, Marcus. Glad you enjoyed tutorials. Any new aircraft coming soon? So Aerosoft have announced the CRJ, and they're also going to do a Twin Otter. PMDG will be doing the 737-800s. There's a 737-400 by an unknown developer, and a 737-200 by Milviz. DC Designs are doing a Concorde. What other heavy metals been announced? That's about it, really. At least those ones that I can remember off the top of my head. So like Harry Potter. I'm not sure if that is the case, but thanks, I guess. No worries, Adam. Yes, I'm using the A320neo X add-on. Can't wait for some dirty liveries, dirty wings. Well, it really comes down to when the well, people start doing it for the texture maps, really. Do I manage just autopilots? Nope. The flight computer's fully in charge for my headings today. The only thing I'm touching is the altitude, but that won't be being touched again until we get to our top of descents. Yes, I'm using a 1660, and I hope to upgrade to a 3080 as soon as they're out. There's an aircraft just to our left over there, you can see the flashing lights of it. So that right there will be a real player right now, somewhere on any flight sim, using IVAO. So if you fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, FSX, P3D, XPen 11, or even FS 2004, then IVAO is fully compatible and allows you to fly on their online networks. You can use the number keys to preset a couple of different views. Likewise, to go over to the camera. So the easiest way to do it is go to camera, go to showcase, and where it says fixed camera, scroll to the bottom. And the 320, showcase camera 12 and 13 are both window views. 12 and 13 are both window views. But you can also use the number keys to save some preset different camera viewpoints. There they are, our standard pilots for these flights. Back in the 320, their go-to aircraft, I guess. With the world's dirtiest, most scratched up windows you ever find. Should be a pilot, you know so much about planes. I mean, if someone has 80 grand for me to spend on becoming a pilot, then please donate it. Nah, some things, some dreams always stay dreams. I mean, I like watching paint dry, Albert, so I guess I'm watching paint dry. Alright, so if I go back to showcase camera, so if you press insert on the keyboard, that's how you instantly change to different views. So you can use inserts to switch between standard camera and showcase camera, and if showcase is set to the window views, then it instantly jumps between the two. Like I say, I'm leaving it on drone cam for now. I don't have a tutorial on the flight directorial computer. Actually, I kind of do. If you go to my departure videos, my 737, my 787, 747 and A320 startup and departure tutorials, I do cover the FMS in full on those, and then the landing tutorials do go in detail about the FMS setup for ILS approaches, so I do cover them kind of in detail enough to get you flying. Basically, it tells you what you need to know, gets you in the air at the very least. I see everyone use instrument view, can't figure out. What do you mean by that, Roger? I'm not sure what you mean by that. How do you answer the ATC when you've left leaving an area? I mean, I'm using IVAO, so if I get transitions to different airspaces, then I'll do that. Well, as it stands, it's very quiet right now. Still on Unicom, no current controllers as we speak. The flight management computer's not too bad in the 320, especially, actually, the Neo Expo doesn't even touch it, so this is still the default FMS. I don't really have any problems with it. Still all the basics, still knows what you're doing. Which I find the most in the sim? Probably EasyJet, since for me being a Brit, I fly around Europe a lot, and EasyJet is probably the airline flying the Airbus the most in real life, so I think EasyJet flying. It's like, out of all flight sims, I fly Ryanair the most. 737s, short hauls all around Europe, it's a perfect fit. But for this sim, with the 320neo, definitely going to be EasyJet. Yes, I do like the original United well, the last gen Continental United livery. The new Euro White's not a massive fan of. I do prefer the original grey livery over it. How much FPS do I get? I'm getting a solid 30 right now. Solid 30. Ooh, thank you LTC for the $5. Much appreciated. Do I plan to do any RNAV tutorials, consult? So, I definitely plan to do the King Air with a startup and landing tutorial. That is definitely going to happen. An RNAV tutorial potentially going to happen. It depends on timing, really. But yes. Definitely going to do King Air. Certainly going to do the RNAV. You saw your IG. My Instagram is Drawyah, links in the description. Oh, Drawyah, not Drawyah, Drawyah. Drawyah. Oh, so there's a custom preset camera view. So if you use the number keys, if you look at the settings, I've changed mine around, so these aren't the default controls anymore. But if you go to the settings, go to camera controls, you'll be able to presets and different viewpoints, so you can save them, go to them. Standard controls, standard feature, using the number keys. When are you going to release the IVAO setup tutorial? Yesterday. I'm going to release the IVAO tutorial yesterday. If you go on my channel, it's already there. I have trouble with Takeoff, throttle at 11%, something. Release the parking brake. Make sure that the parking brake is turned off. Watching tutorial, any chance you bring to work backwards? So, okay, the easiest landing to perform is an ILS, because that guides you on your altitude. So, actually we'll start from the hardest. So the hardest is VOR DME. A VOR point takes you to a waypoint, and then there's nothing. You have to hand fly it pretty much entirely the rest of the way to the runway. That's followed by an RNAV approach, which guides you in with your heading, but not your altitude. And then you have your ILS approaches, which controls your heading as well as your altitude. It controls both your pitch and your roll. So, most difficult VOR DME, the easiest almost certainly an ILS. And then with an ILS, if it's a category 3 approved airports, then you can do an auto land. So yeah, no worries, Rolly. Enjoy the tutorial. Yeah, trouble with the flight computer. I mean, if you go to my startup tutorials, I do cover autopilot in that as well. I don't have many problems with autopilot Jally. I mean, I'm using it right now. Works a charm. Is a star necessary for ILS? It's not necessary, but 9 times out of 10, unless you're flying direct, you'll have a star for the approach. But no, for the ILS portion, you don't require a star. Not too bad, Nazarene. How are you doing? I've just answered your question, Drew. I've just answered you. When are we landing? In approximately 2 hours. 2 hours to landing. All aircraft, well, virtually all jetliners are capable of auto land. It's not so much which aircraft are capable, more so which airports permit it, and so only category 3 ILS runways have got auto land. Category 1 and 2, you can't auto land, you have to manually touch down. Not doing too bad, Ollie. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. I'm not had that issue myself, Jally. For the most part, ILS seems to work fine for me. Any of my startup tutorials, so then the startup tutorial for the 320, the 78 and the 74, any of those ones will cover the autopilots and the FMS. 2 hours, that's pretty standard for a flight. Pretty standard. How do you manage to do long flights without getting bored? Talking to you guys. Answer the chats, answer questions. Nope, not at all. Have I ever been to doors? Buses. Not yet. Although I know that you have got stairs. Potentially waiting for the... what's it called? What's that gates add-on again? I can't remember the name of. GSX, Ground Services X. That'll introduce buses. Who makes the best scenery add-ons? I mean, there's a lot of developers I do rather like in these sims. I mean, Flightbeam, very good for major international airports. Drzewiecki Design, I absolutely adore their projects, and the developers are really good as well. I do like Drzewiecki Design. Oh yeah, so I'm streaming 6-7 hour flights. I mean, I've already streamed twice. I've streamed London to Dubai, and I've also streamed London to Heathrow, London to New York as well. That was a 7.5 hour flight. Fly Tampa, yeah, Fly Tampa is another one that's got very good scenery. Aerosoft, their mega airport stuff is usually pretty good as well. So I'm very much keeping that for mega airports Helsinki when that one comes out. Can you do USA to UK one day? At some point I will do. I mean, I've already done Heathrow to New York. Nope, we don't have unlimited fuel. We are using normal fuel burn. We'll see if I've messed up or not. It's not a major muck up, but it's more of a annoying one. Records, temp, empty, records, cache pending, IO, report, manifest, config. Interesting. Can you use packs more? It's fun to see. I mean, what is there to do with packs right now apart from cruise? Passengers happy. 98% satisfaction. Settings are just settings. There's not really much to say to them right now. Already at cruise. Welcome, Godly. How you doing? Godly Elf. Normally I stream on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. 4 days a week. So after this, my next stream will be on Wednesday. And that'll be a King Air flight from King Shaka in Durban to Johannesburg. And that'll be flying the King Air 350. Any Euro Truck videos? Not sure. No plans for it at this stage. Is the most expensive FS20 worth it? I mean, I'm using it right now, Premium Deluxe, and I've certainly got my fair use out of it. So again, a massive thank you to Microsoft for providing me a copy of it. And so, I'd say so. I'd say so. When we land in British time, 23:49, so about just over 2 hours ish. Just over 2 hours. I mean, last month I did every single day, and by the end of it, I was so knackered. It was honestly painful to do YouTube videos. I mean, I enjoy the sim, I enjoy doing YouTube and all that, but this week that's just gone is the first week I've done since Microsoft released without every single day streaming, so it's been nice to rest a little bit. And so I'll carry on my current schedule for now. Maybe at some point in the future I'll do a daily again. Flying VX right now, I'm using the Thruster Master HOTAS Warthog, flying the stick and throttle. True, knackered is a very English term, I guess. Very tired. I was very tired by the end of it. Cream crackered. Jack splattered. Oh, these are the American terms, are they? Yes, the fact is, because Microsoft Flight Sim's released, all of a sudden there are tens of thousands of people picking up yokes and sticks and every single flight peripheral that's available on the internet. As a result, the prices have gone up because there's not enough supply for an even greater demand. So prices go up as people are now desperately trying to grab onto whatever they can get. And so normally the... What's that? Oh boy. Into that. Yes, normally the Thrust Master HOTAS Warthog goes for about 350-ish, 400. I picked mine up about 7 months ago for 270, which is very cheap, especially for both the stick and the throttle. And then all of a sudden it's now going for like double that to the very least. So to get this for 270, I am very thrilled, very happy. By far the best peripheral I think there is available for Flight Sim, at least for the home user. It's a proper solid metal stick, so flying it, it just feels great. So I used it at a friend's house, I loved it, and so I've been searching ever since, and I found it rather cheaply, and all looks rather good. Your HOTAS okay, it's creaky at times. Some HOTASs age better than other, but certainly if you got a decent stick and it's worth it, it's rather good. I'm looking at the airspeed right now, a bit of a... That's the winds right now. Oops, hang on. Give me a second, got the glitch. There we go. Right, the airspeed has calms down now. Should be alright. Ooh, Lord Nelson, enjoy your HOTAS Warthog. You'll enjoy it. You'll definitely enjoy it. Yep, the stick and throttle for £270. That's about $300, so... To get all of that for half the price basically it goes for. Very, very thrilled. Not sure, Mason. Probably just sleep in the aircraft. Almost like you're playing respond to the Twitch follow. Yes. And very much to that person's off following. I'm sorry, I missed the name there. I should give them a proper thanks. Let's go to Streamlabs. Let me give you a proper thank you, because I'm going to miss your message there. Too busy looking at the aircrafts. Right, thank you. Loading, 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 loading. Ooh, we've got a fair few members right now. So, thank you, Bogey. Yes, thank you, Bogey, for gifting a sub. Ah, very nice. Thank you very much for that. And welcome, Naverick, to the subs. We then have Rob, Benoit, Jonas, and Harvett, who have all just become members within the last minutes. That's very nice. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Thanks, there you go. Oops, we won't show that. Ooh, hang on. Who's that? Who are you? Well, I didn't spot them out of nowhere. Very nice. Jeff, 3 from you. I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. I'll keep an eye on the rest of the gifted when they do appear. Yes, very excited for the Concorde. As soon as it comes out, well, we'll try to do London. We'll probably do the reverse. We'll do New York to Heathrow. We'll try to do that in maybe 3 hours or so. Try and break the record. Bought the 16,000M without pedals for 230, but your order was cancelled. I mean, if the store sold more than it had available, then understandable, I guess, because, again, people are buying this stuff like crazy right now. I wouldn't sell your Logitech G29 for now until you get a replacement, or at the very least, don't sell it cheap, because a lot of people will pick it up. Yes, Mason, we're using IVAO. How much it costs? I'm not sure about the cost of the Concorde. No price just yet. I should use the A320neo mod. The problem is it's a bit stuttery for me. A little bit laggy, so I'll work on that in the future. Settings, let's have a look. So, as you can see, high or ultra. High or ultra. Few mediums here and there, but not many. No Gatwick high details as far as I'm aware yet, although UK 2000 will almost certainly be doing one. Yeah, I'm not sure we're having your issue there, Drew, other than just learn the aircraft a bit more, because the tutorial has worked for a lot of people. Watch it again, basically, and keep an eye on what you're doing with that one. Most people, if not everyone, have said that it's worked the charm for them, the tutorial. Guess on autopilot, no problem. I'm right now using default sounds. Default A320 sounds. If you're getting 30 FPS in 787, you're doing absolutely fine, Bogey. Absolutely fine. I'm right now on 28, 29, 30 FPS, and so yeah, 30s is absolutely fine. Which stream overlay? I'm using Fly Live Studio. Fly Live Studio. Give me a second. What you turn off? No. Yes, that was that. Hang on, go back. Come back. So we turn this off for now. Yeah, I do need to adjust the overlay slightly, move things around a tiny bit. So let's just do that now, shall we? While I'm at cruise, not doing too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can move that. 15. And this goes 10. Right, that'll do. Save, use, export. Yep. I mean, the T16000M is also discontinued. It's been replaced by the Airbus side stick for Thrustmaster, so it's end of the line now for the 16000M. It's been a very good stick for years, but no longer in production. Yep, this is going on YouTube. You bought it for 300, you used it twice, and want to sell it for 100. I mean, you can sell it, but it would be a terrible, terrible deal you've got yourself there if you used it twice. I think that per use, you've cut it down by 100 quid in value. At some point, we'll definitely see a Dash 8. I think Majestic will be doing one, but not yet. PMDG will be doing 737. That'll be coming out in Q1 2021. Microsoft Flight Sim does support force feedback, so a force feedback stick would be very good for this. Nothing yet for the Embraer, nothing yet for 7.5. No announcements as of yet, at least as far as I'm aware. The MD-80A, that'll be another interesting one. Oh yes, also, sorry, another aircraft, TFDI Design are doing an MD-11. TFDI Design, so the people who make packs, also doing a McDonnell Douglas MD-11. Not too many issues with the A320 bouncing on takeoff. Not really, no, I'm afraid. So, shortly be arriving at the next waypoint, BVE. And Hibav coming very shortly after. Yes, Nansoff 225. You want a face reveal and you want to set up. I mean, my face is already out there. My face is out there. Hello everyone. As for my setup, nothing really planned out yet. The only reason I don't really use face cam for these Microsoft Flight Sim flights is because it's a bit laggy sometimes, so try try to fly without them. During train sim streams I use it all the time because it's more than easy to run, but I don't know, something about my webcam and it being CPU heavy, it's just a bit... Not for now, maybe later. Almost certainly when I get my new system sorted out, I'll be able to do it a bit more freely. Yes, YouTube does have a monthly sub service. It's called Membership, so next to the subscribe button, there should be a button called Join, or if you don't have it, then you can also use that link. And so that's basically the YouTube equivalent to a Twitch subscription. I am definitely more of a Boeing person myself. I do prefer my Boeings over my Airbus, but that's not to say I won't fly either of them. I mean, A320 aircraft do in reality rock from side to side. It's part of a passenger comfort thing that Airbus aircraft do. It's kind of like you rock a cradle for a child to go to sleep. You rock an aircraft slightly, passengers are more relaxed. And so while it's a little bit too much, I guess, in the A320, this is a real thing that the aircraft does in real life. Turbulence as well will play a small part of that. Oh yeah, the 3070 is much better than the 2080 Ti, and it's better than the 2090 I believe as well. And it's because they've now given up on the Turing architecture and now using Ampere instead. And Ampere is so much better in terms of rendering and speed. That's also cheaper to produce as well, so that's why the card's so cheap. So it's bye-bye Turing, hello Ampere. No worries, Drew. You have fun with that startup. Alright, so if you want to find the altitude for your airports, if you go to the MCD or the FMS, scroll down to where the airport is, and then look for the altitude above that. So in this case, it'll be 1083 at the Rod waypoint. So I shall probably change because I haven't set a star yet. But essentially, when you set up a star, go to the airport and find the last altitude, and then that is what you're looking for. And with that, that's the altitude you need to be at before intercepting for the glide slope and then coming into land. They finally had a gyro, did you, Mason? It's more than okay, they're beautiful. The best thing to come out of Greek cuisine since feta cheese. So the overhead displays there, that is Fly Live Studio. Fly Live Studio. What level are we playing on? What do you mean by that, Jelly? What level? Welcome, Garlic, how are you? Alright, we're flying on realistic settings, so no assists, no aids, as realistic as possible. Got a few clouds starting to appear on the horizon now, slowly starting to build up. So we'll probably see a few clouds when we're coming into descend in Washington. We are also using a Drzewiecki Design Washington, so we have got that scenery ready to go. And we'll have a look at some of that while the flight goes by as well. So far so good, Chris. So far so good. Yes, it does have 2D panels. So if you... What's the button for it? There's a button you're supposed to click. I can't remember what one it is. It's a combination. like shift or alt something. There's a combination you click on and it pops out the displays, but I can't remember what exactly it was. But there is a way you can do it. Joystick, I'm using the Thrustmaster High-Tas Warthog. Yes, all of the 30 series are better than 2080 Ti. So the 3070, which is the lower spec GPU, it's about 1.5 times better than 2080 Ti. The 3080 GPU is about twice as good as the, I think it's twice or even 3 times as good as 2080 Ti. How many hours for descents? Just under 2 hours. Just under 2 hours until descents. Oh, I'm sure landing will be fine today. Landing shall be fine. How old am I? I'm 21. 21 years old. You need to Microsoft Flight Sim, handle troubles. No worries, Drew. The more you practice, the better you get. We've been flying now for about an hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes since departure. As you escape crashing your time, lower your settings. Lower your settings so it's more standard for your PC. You should be alright. Welcome game vlog. Please don't spam. Oh, since I started Flight Sims. So I've been using Flight Sims for about 15 years now. My first was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. Picked that in 2005. I then started FSX in about 2008. Got Steam Edition 20... 2013-ish. Then picked up X-Plane. Kind of used P3D. Sorry, then picked up Flight Sim World, then X-Plane, kind of P3D, and then onto Microsoft Flight Simulator. yes, I have got a video set up for my graphics. Also available on YouTube. So relax, glad to hear, Adam. Glad to hear. Mine Asda, Tesco, and Morrison's. I mean, my closest supermarket is an Asda. I'm more of a Lidl person. Lidl, Aldi. There you go. That's my answer. Lidl, Aldi. Super cheap, tastes as good as the big brands. No complaints. Dzień dobry, Przemysław, jak się masz? Ooh, actually, speaking of Poland, I've actually got my first trip booked since March this year. So, in November, if all goes to plan, hopefully I'll be going to see my grandparents over in Poland, so it's nice to have an actual flight planned in the future. 48 days for the trip to go to plan. So I'll be flying to Rzeszów from Stansted. Stansted to Rzeszów, FR2136. I mean, right now we're going 484 knots on the ground speed, a Mach 0.818, so just shy of Mach 182. So, yeah, everything's fine for now. Yeah, Cat's stream right now, but apparently did give mention to one of my tutorials recently, which is always nice to hear. Perhaps if he finishes, then, well, everyone jump onto this one, we'll see. No, I like Captain Canada, I do enjoy what he does. Yeah, looks like Captain Canada's slowly descending at 7-4. Seems to make his way down. Likewise, also he's in a United Airlines flight as well. He's flying a 747 right now. He's doing Los Angeles to Honolulu, so... Well, see if he, I'll keep an eye on that stream, see how he lands 7-4, because we've still got plenty of trip left to go. Long time till we descend, so... Presumably a few days we can tune later. VNAV? Nope, no VNAV yet. Was it you there, Ollie? Many thanks, much appreciated. I mean, like I said earlier, the rocking of the wings is a standard thing that Airbus aircraft do. Maybe not as much as this, but it is a passenger comfort feature that Airbus have implemented in aircraft, and it does do that. You look at... Well, think about it. You rock a baby, it goes to sleep, and so you add little rocking motion to the aircraft. It's very slight, very minor, and it does add an extra level of relaxation and calmness in the cabin. It's a thing that these aircraft do. Welcome, Charming Tid, how you doing? Welcome to the chats. No barrel rolls. No barrel rolls scheduled for today. All of our passengers are looking good. Yeah, 9/10 satisfaction. Another 2 hours or so till we expect an arrival. Should be in a little bit early, which is always a plus side. We are not too far off the midpoint at this stage. Not too far off the midpoints. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick 10-15 minute break. Gonna freshen myself up a little bit. And then I'll come back in for the second half of the flights, plus the approach and landing. That's PAX, TFDI Design PAX. Passenger and crew experience. So, yeah, I'll be back in a couple of moments. I'll keep an eye on the Captain Canada stream as well, because, well, like I say, he's playing United Airlines right now, and I do like his work, so I'll keep an eye on that one as well. And, yeah, I shall see you guys in a couple of moments. Take care. Looks like Captain Canada is about to, whoa, what happened there? What's happened? Why are my flaps down? What happened there? Strange. My flaps were down for some reason. Back to normal at least. Looks like Captain Canada has just touched down. In a second, let me check something. Oh no, the mic was fine. I just went away for a bit. Alright, I'm back now. Should be alright. So I'm not sure what quite happened there, but as long as the aircraft's back to normal at least, should be alright. Likewise, let's try webcam today, shall we? Let's give it a go, see if it's as laggy as it was before. If not, see if we try and get it to work more normally. So copy that. Paste it here, stick it on the side. Alright, let's give that a go, shall we? So at this point we're about halfway now through our flights, halfway through our cruise. Landing at around midnight UK time, so I've at least got another hour and 20 minutes until touchdown. Otherwise, yeah, it's been a good flight so far. Check our passengers, see how they're faring. Still 96% in the cabin. A few passengers hungry, a few hungry, not really much thirsty right now, so presumably they've had a drink service more recent. As it stands, seems to be alright. What states flying over right now? Truth be told, no idea, because I don't know anything about American states. I just know we're flying over the US right now. Good night, Marauder. You have a good one. From JFK to MCO. Have a good one. Have a good one. go. So back up to cruising speed now, Mach 181. Leave it at that for the rest of the flights. Yeah, there are 50 states. I can tell you for a fact, we're not over Alaska, we're not over Hawaii. That's about it, really. I know Texas is in the south, you've got California to the west. You've got state of New York somewhere in the northeast. Illinois is the square one. Idaho, somewhere northwest. Yes, Kansas, Canada, something like a minus 58 feet per minute touchdown. That's a very smooth touchdown, that 7-4. So, no pressure. Last time I threw a 320, I had a touchdown of, not awards, not records. It was 91 feet per minute. My smoothest has to go back to my Seattle flight, which I thought was a Delta Airlines as well. Sorry, Delta Airlines. We're United today with Delta Airlines. I was going to Seattle. Yes, this is my smoothest touchdown ever, with a landing rate of positive 39 feet per minute, which is well, you don't get positive touchdown rates ever so often, especially in the 739 as well. That was a very good landing. Yes, no pressure, Drawyah. No pressure. Is it Colorado? That's the square one. See, I know nothing about American states. I can answer you all about some European countries and the majority of, I guess, British towns and cities, but that's about it, really. There's the use, though. Still about half the bottle left. I can't really see. There you go. Half the bottle left. Still sitting there. Save that for a good time. Ah, nice one, Ollie. Nice one. Glad you found the way to sort it out. What happened there? That's a new glitch. It's like part of the world is just missing. Okay, that is a new one. Just a whole chunk of the world missing there. We'll pretend that's not happened. Nope. There you go. Yeah, seems like just drone cam has decided that it doesn't want to. There we go. Very strange. Airport just down below. Not sure which airport that is, but it's an airport. Hang on. That's on the I'm not going to do my camera view. So showcases on drone. External is default. Cockpit. Pilot view. There we go. Wing views. Got the galley. Got the MCDU, over panel, right seat, left seat. Perfect. It's back to normal. Back to normal. I turn off the press V world map because it, 1, is FPS heavy, and 2, when flying 787 especially, it causes it to crash. So I've disabled that map. How do you want to descend? Around 100 miles or so from the airport, I'll then start my descent. So, rule of thumb, you descend 80 miles from the airport, so if you descend 2,000 feet per minute at 250 knots, you'll lose 30,000 feet in 80 miles. And so use that to kind of get a rough estimate of when you should start your top descent. Like I say, mainly I get most of this using the 787, but it's CPU heavy, so it does take time. Yes, Benny, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to how are you doing today? Oh look, my webcam's frozen. See, this is why I don't use the webcam too much, because it just freezes really awkwardly. I'm trying to refresh that. Deactivate it, reactivate it. See, it's just sometimes it only does that on Microsoft Flight Sim. Nothing else, it's just Microsoft Flight Sim. It does that too. It's back to normal now, but if it freezes again, I'll probably go and turn that off. Cheers, Eduardo. Glad you like the voice. DCA is nice. It's horrible traffic. ID is the same as Baltimore, Washington in real life. I mean, I don't know anything about the Washington airport, so if Baltimore, Washington's the nicest, Baltimore, Washington's the nicest. So such is life. Should we turn my fan on 2 seconds? Get more go. More comfort for the pilots. Welcome, David. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. Good advice for ATC if you could stand the stress. Maybe one day I'll do an ATC flight. So the webcam's freezing again. It seems to be alright now. Let me just try something. Are there any preloaded ILS landings you can do? What do you mean by preloaded ILS landing? There's a few things you could mean by that. Has all the Captain Canada guys tuned in, have you? Very nice. Welcome to stream, guys. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. How you all doing? Salute to Captain Canada. So right now we're flying. Well, we're also flying United Airlines, which is just a coincidence. Flying United Airlines 224 from Denver. Flying from Denver to Baltimore, Washington. We're just over halfway there. We're landing in approximately 1 hour now, so it's all an hour approval side to go. And then, yeah, bring it to land over the Drzewiecki Design scenery. But as it stands, it's been a good flight. Our passengers have agreed that, okay, 93% satisfaction, so they're happy at least. General gist, got a few customers that are thirsty, but for the most part, not hungry, so they've eaten. But apart from a few customers, a bit thirsty in the cabin, so potentially we'll do a drink service at some point. Event requests. We'll do drinks, why not?
You got it.
How's fuel burn? Rather fine at the moment, so we are using the fuel fix, and so as it stands, we are burning 44 kilos of fuel a minute. We've burnt a total of 4,169 kilos, with about 6,000 left in the tank, so we should be plentiful for our flight today. More than enough on board. So we're using the A320neo projects today. Mod. So this was PACT. That was TFDI Design PACT, which is the passenger and crew experience add-on from TFDI Design. So it adds cabin crew, adds passengers to your flight, as well as end-of-flight reports and other extras as well. It's a very good add-on, one I do very much enjoy using. It costs $30, which is about £23 at the moment. Real lounge, Honolulu to... What's Mike Charlie Oscar? That is... I know what it is. No spoilers. Mike Charlie Oscar. Massachusetts? No, it's Cincinnati? No. I have to Google that now. It's going to annoy me. KMCO. Orlando! Yes, that's it. Yes. Which one's Cincinnati then? Charlie Victor Golf, interesting, okay. And I'm sure there's one other that I can't remember, which is something like that. Ah, Mickey Mouse. I've never noticed MCO Mickey. Nice. I remember that. It's like the British Airways way to remember Malaga in Spain. Alpha Golf Papa or A Grotty Place. But yes, Mickey Mouse. That's a good one. I like that. As it stands, we're about an hour away from landing now. 1 hour to go, so coming towards the latter stage of cruise right now. But yes, welcome Saints. How you doing? Watch channel chat. Welcome Joseph. Greetings from New York. Greetings from London. You're from Hawaii. Very nice. I'd like to go there at some point. Visit Honolulu. Visit Kahului I'd like to visit, and definitely the one I'd like to do Lanai as well. Down to Lanai City. A bit of frame rate's droppy, and that's down to facts because if I turn off the webcam 2 seconds, watch this. If I turn off the webcam, all of a sudden the stream is okay, so a little bit jumpy. I don't know. Something called every once in a while it just drops out a little bit. So turn the webcam back on again to see how that does it. Your game keeps crashing. Any advice? Lower your settings. That's be a good way to start. Potentially overclock your system if you need to have the extra power behind it. Lower settings, overclock your system. Best way to really get going. Yes, we are using the... It's not 2.0, it's 0.2, but we are using the Flightbeam A320neo X add-on, yes. Change server, it helps. Really? So you're saying if I switch to... Right now it's 29 ms. Okay, so West Europe seems to be the lowest ping right now, so we'll switch to that one. Ooh, interesting. That is interesting, okay. Cheers for that tip, Mason. I'll remember that. Graphics card, I'm using the NVIDIA GTX 1660 today. The 1660. I plan to upgrade to a 3080 as soon as that comes out. So, like I say, any donations, ad revenue, all of that is going towards the new PC fund. We'll be fine today. We'll be fine. You've got enough for a 1390. I mean, the fact with the 1390 is 38 comes out on Friday. So the 1390 is a good graphics card, but it's not built for gaming. So much built for rendering and proper full-on graphics projects. I mean, I'm just a streamer. I'm just a gamer. So for me, the 3080 is more than suffice. So look at everything up there. Yes, 3080 will be more than suffice for me. Don't think we need the 3090. But you never know. Times might change in the future. Yeah, good sides cache, and then yeah. Because the sim, it needs that extra power. Ooh, cheers for that, Ollie. Not much, but every little helps. No, much appreciated, Solly. Any small... anything... It could be £1, it could be £100. I mean, it's all appreciated. All goes towards the fun. So much appreciated that, Ollie. Absolute star. Whoops, a little bit of turbulence change again. The altitude speed is a little bit jumpy. Stabilised again. potentially go up to Mach 182. Mach 183 takes us to the over the edge. So I'll go Mach 182, speed up a little bit. And with that, we're going to save a few minutes in the air as well. Have you got the update? Yeah, so I have got the A320neo X add-on. The easiest way you can tell that is because I've got seatbelt sign working. And also the e-cams are playable as well. Well, the pages that work at least. But yeah, so we are using the A320neo X add-on. Gonna go from 10 cents to 39, very excited. Nice one, Robbie. Have a good one. Hedging age auto throttle doesn't always work. I mean, the 320 does it automatically. If you set your throttle up to flex, it turns on, and then it turns off itself automatically when you retard throttles as well. So it's still pretty standard, really. Does it automatically. And make sure you're also pulling on the knob for it to acknowledge what you're pressing. Yes, this is the latest version. This is the 0.2 edition of 20neo X. Yes, so we're working on an avionics update for 3 airliners. It may break the mods, but I can imagine that it'll be very quick for them to fix them all anyway soon after. But if they can get VNAV sorted out, it won't be a plus for me, it'll be a plus for everyone, really. Because that's the big thing right now. Just get those VNAVs working. But even now, I'm flying relatively alright about VNAV. It's just in case there's no when you need to start your descent. Graphics settings, high or ultra? High or ultra? A few clouds to the left there. It stands nice and peaceful today. And with Aviao still looking quite quiet on the ATC side, still on Unicom 1228s. Let's have a look at traffic. Yes, nice and quiet over here. Okay, IBA might have crashed on me. Oh, there we go. Just so you can see smoke from the wildfires. Can you? I mean, I presume that'll come down from the weather settings. That'll be the cloud stroke fog cover. And so if Metar's picking it up, then I'm not surprised you can see it in the sim, certainly. Is IVA and VATSIM coming? So Microsoft, so VATSIM and IVA already work for Microsoft Flight Sim, and you don't need pay workers. I'm using the default 320 right now on IVAO, and it's working absolutely fine. I mean, they're advanced networks, but if you know what you're doing, then it's not too difficult to really get your hands on them. Hands on, straight into flying. How are you getting 40 FPS on the 60? Overclock. If you can overclock the card, just get more breathing room to play with. Just the level these sim has is absolutely amazing. Joystick, I'm using the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Hostess Warthog is my weapon of choice. Have I heard of what? Oh, 2D fix. Yes. So it's basically a refresh rate fix. So the panels. So you look at the digital displays. You've got your PFD, your ND, and your ECAMs, and the same for the 74 and the 787, and especially the Citation Longitude. They're refreshing at 60 Hz. So basically, you're rendering a 60 FPS screen on a 30 FPS monitor. As a result, it's trying to render about 90 FPS in the whole across multiple displays, and it's just lagging out really badly. So what the 2D fix does is it replaces the... Wait, it adjusts the refresh rate and slows it down depending on how your system's running. So it may make the displays look a bit laggier, but as the sim as a whole, it goes a lot smoother as well. So you lose some smooth panels for proper FPS flights. Show you joystick. Afraid not, because the Hostess Warthog's a full metal build and it's stuck to the desk, so afraid not. But get you a picture of it on Google, I guess. Or Bing. Bing works. There you go. So this is what I'm using: the Thrustmaster Hostess stick and the Hostess throttle. Cost me £270, which is about $300. Normally it's about $500, so I'm very fortunate it got it at that price. Second hand on eBay, although it was barely used when the person sold it. Not long to go now. Not long to go. No updates yet on the A320neo X, but I am slowly following along. You're looking everywhere to find a safety briefing for packs, can't find any. I mean, you have to download them off of YouTube, basically. Download them on YouTube, save them as a WAV file, and then drag them into the documents folder. And so I've done a tutorial on packs, and so try and follow those steps. Just download off of YouTube, and then drag and drop it into your folder. Learn to follow the Airbus off you. No worries, Millman. Glad the tutorial helps you. And as I was saying earlier, it's one of those things that I record them. I don't know if I'm making enough sense or anything, but as long as people are saying that it's helpful, I'll continue to do them. Yes, Thrustmaster have already released their side stick, and their throttle's coming soon. And so it's the Airbus edition. Probably not going to get it for the sole purpose the Hostess much higher quality. Well, it's definitely high better quality. It's more expensive, much more expensive, about 5 times the price. But I mean, the Airbus stuff is good from what I've heard and what I've seen. I mean, it's based on their T16000M Series 6, which was built for the Elite Dangerous sim game. But yes, it's a good bit of kit. Thrustmaster are very good when it comes to their hardware development. And so, yeah, with the Hostess Warthog, it's a metal build, it's proper heavy, it feels good to fly. And so I do like the Warthog. Best purchase I think I made for flight sim. It just feels good, enjoyable to use. I do like it. Do I have a livery tutorial? Yes I do. So I've done a tutorial on how to download the Mega Liveries pack. Although they've changed the process, well, kind of changed the process. So I might do a new version of that at some point using the installer for it as well, because it's quite a nice little tool, that. Any thoughts on localizer? Have you set up the FMS properly? Because make sure you've set the... It's one thing setting an ILS, and also then go to radio navigation and just confirm that the frequency's been input. So when we get to our top of descent, or before then, I'll set my approach and we'll check that. Monitor, I'm using some Samsung Curve monitor thing, I can't remember the name of it. It's one of those long complicated names. It's a Samsung Curve monitor, 23 inches, 1080p. I've not used self-loading cargo, but I like packs. With packs, it's a lot more customizable in terms of using the airlines that you want for safety briefings and all that.
The a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service.
Ah, okay.
We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note that we only accept credit cards.
Okay, so you have got the meal size going through now, so passengers will slowly improve. So that's up to 97 now. What's I talking about? I was talking about... Oh yeah, so self-loading cargo. It might have a fancier UI, but, I mean, with PAX, I mean, the standout feature is the fact you can talk to your passengers as well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and updates from the cockpit. We're about an hour away from landing now, so not too long to go. And we shot our descent in about 40 minutes. Any questions for the cabin crew? Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flights. So, you can see, it's already assumed that it's a general public address, so I record a message, it guesses what the message is, and I can play it back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, updates from the cockpit. We're about an hour away from landing now, so not too long to go. We shot our descent in about 40 minutes. Any questions for the cabin crew? Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flights. So, with PAX, I just like the fact that you can speak to your passengers, and it's just full two-way chat between, well, passengers and cabin crew, and then they react to what you say as well. So like I say, it already assumed that was a general public address, plays the message back, and the passengers play that as well. Which one's the captain kind of one? Sorry, I've maybe missed that message. Oh, replay. So there's no default replay system yet, but they are working on one. Oh, so I do plan to do more group flights, yes. I've already done one a couple of weeks ago. And I think at the end of September we'll do our second group flight. So I'd say every 2 months, the last Sunday of every month, we'll do a group flight. Packs costs $30. If your buttons aren't working, open the ATC menu and resize it. Do that, your buttons will work again. Basically, something to do with the UI in the sim where something just kind of pops in and doesn't go away. And so just open the ATC menu, resize it, and it fixes it. Yes, the thrust master controller will work outside of Airbus aircraft. It's built to work on Airbus, but you can fly any aircraft with it. It's the same as any other standard thrust, because I'm using the Thrustmaster Warthog, which is built for an A10 Warthog, a military aircraft, but it works any aircraft, no problem. So the next update will address some ATC issues, also address some aircraft avionics issues as well. Updates are coming for the flight simulator, coming out later this month. I'm not sure exact dates though of it, just soon. Builds. Built the system, always build, never pre-buy. How's no top descent without Simbury for Airbus, Boeing ND? As I say, descend around 100 miles from the airport at rule of thumb is 2,000 feet per minute at 250 knots. You'll lose 30,000 feet in 80 miles. So if you start around 100 miles from the airport, should get you down to the airport with no problems. Yes, I have used an A10 sim with the controller. I've used the DCS A10 module, and it's a lot of fun. DCS is one of those sims that I've got. I spent a fair bit of money on it. I just wish I had the time to use it more time to kind of practice it, because it's a difficult platform to use. It's well, once you get going with it, it's a lot of fun to fly. Have you used VATSIM before? No, I have not. Liveries do I use? So right now I'm using the United Airlines Continental Takeover livery. So yeah, you don't know, I don't know. They gave me no communication that's it's been a shame. But hey, it is what it is. IVA does me fine. Well, as we just said, Sinlance, resize your ATC menu and it fixes the issue. Trying to beat you to question. What do you mean by that, Mason? Beats me to question. Default camera views. So you can pre-save some different camera views using the number keys on your keyboards. So default settings, check out how you can save your own custom camera views, but it's using the number keys. First time you see live, edit my comment, remove the heart react. The first time I see you live, I edit my comment and remove the heart react. Oh right, because I haven't removed it, so if you've edited it, presumably it then removes it as well. A bit of a dry throat coming now, talking for an hour on end. I'm not sure about that incident. That should fix it. Sending it to status briefing? Sure. There you go. This is the safety MRI I used for the flight today. You can download that in WAV. We work with packs. What ends you from might? I'm not sure what you mean by that, X-Spec. What ends you from might? Oh, very close now. So go to the Nussum waypoint, and it's direct to Baltimore, Washington. So we'll brace up our approach now. A little bit early, but hey. Oh, it's never too early. So just pop open the plan again. So we're approaching via ILS 15 left via the Anthem 3 approach. No vias. Insert that. So there you go. So actually the airport's right on top screen there. Really not long to go. Right navigation, it's a nice 15 left approach, 11.95, course 144 degrees. So that's all set up properly. So now I know that our approach will be rather fine. Once you've hit our top of descent, we shall then do the approach config. Yes, I've got the King Shaka scenery working again. So on Wednesday, we'll do that flight again. So King Shaka to Johannesburg OR Tambo. That's my my Wednesday stream sorted. And on Thursday, I'm not sure what I fly yet, but Thursday I'll think of something. They're from Russia. I am not going to attend that name, sorry. Oh, thanks for the €2 there, Yuri. Ah, cool. Very cool. Cheers, man. Much appreciated. Yes, thank you that for again, hello from Russia. I'm sorry, I can't even... Russia's one of those languages where I look at the typography and I have no idea where to start with it. So it's getting a little bit cloudier on the horizon now, so we may deal with some relatively low-ish visibility during the approach, but it shouldn't be too bad today. And as we descend, so we'll try and keep an eye out for some of the Drzewiecki Design scenery. See if we can spot some of that on the horizon. No, I haven't downloaded the United Star Wars one yet, but I probably will do at some point, yes. Where's my microphone to my face? It's right close actually, so I can't really move it. Let me try something. No, not going to today. Should I move that a bit closer to my face? I'll probably get to a bit better position. But not today. Not today. Next train sim stream. I'm not sure if I do train sim on Thursday or not. It really comes down to well, they're not my most highly viewed streams, so I want to do train sim. Just think of a time when to do them, when people are more interested to find them. But, I enjoy train sim. Shame that the view count's not particularly high for them. From England, I'm from London. I'm from London. Why? Some advice. So if some waypoints don't enter, just skip them, because the AirAC cycle's not up to date, and so if you have an issue, just skip it. It's fine. Grab a second water bottle and set up the bed. Welcome there, Osu, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. VR really should be good. VR should be good, but just a question of how stable will it be? Will the frame rates survive? Last stream seemed to feel like it was just you and me. Well, there were those weird people around Luton that I had to try and mute the conversations of. It got interesting, to say the least. ETA 40 minutes. 35-40 minutes. Not long to go. Not doing too bad, Osu. Not doing too bad today. I enjoyed myself at the railway. Quite a few busy trains, just overall a decent day out, and yeah, streaming now. Streaming's been rather fine. It's been a good weekend. So, from tomorrow, back to the office, back to work. Why doesn't it have Heathrow scenery? Because, well, Premium Deluxe already has its own Premium Heathrow. And don't forget, Sim's been out for a month, less than a month now, so developers are still working on them. In terms of previous Sims, UK 2000 and Aerosoft are the two big ones for Heathrow. So presumably one of them will do the scenery, but it really is just a case of when. Wait and see when. Two moderators, Mo and... I've got three. Mo, Niels and Crizzy are on the Discord. Yeah, JFK is looking quite busy at the moment. Quite a few people doing London to New York right now. Washington's looking relatively quiet. There's a few planes there, but nothing too crazy yet. Do I use ATC? Yes, yes I do. So right now we're on Unicom, so 1.2.8. Maybe later I'll speak to someone. At some point you can do Chicago, definitely. From what I can tell, X-Plane is the easiest platform to make aircraft for. The plane development process in this is... you need to know what you're doing to get aircraft working in this. But X-Plane, I'd say, is by far the easiest dev process. What's my favourite approach? Oh, pardon me. I quite like Oslo. Approaching to Oslo is quite nice. Anything out of Italy is very nice, especially Milan, which is right on the Alps. So you do get quite low to some of the mountains over there. I'd like to do Innsbruck one day. I know EasyJet fly there from London, so I'd like to do Innsbruck at some point in the future. I mean, if you know how to code in JavaScript, you know how to code in JavaScript. I mean, I'm more of a Lua stroke Python person myself. It's been a while since last properly coded, so I would need to do a bit of a refresher, but Lua and Python is more my thing, not Java scripts. Java and JavaScript are two separate things. Find out Drawyah, yes, you've said. Have you flown 380? No, I haven't. The biggest aircraft I've flown is the A320. I should have flown the 747 back in May, but, well, my trip to New York got cancelled, and then British Airways retired 747s, so the closest I've gotten to flying a jumbo jet is having the ticket in my hand for the blimming flight. I had the ticket, I should have been on it, but, well, a few things happened in America which caused trips to get cancelled, everything from COVID to civil unrest. So, yeah. It's been an interesting few months for this nation, I must say, from an outside observer. I've got a friend moving back to America soon as well. They've been in the UK for about 10 years now. And from next week, actually moving back to the States, moving back to California. Haven't flown a helicopter? No, I haven't. Same high altitude. Set trim manually, so adjust your trim, and eventually it will stabilise. Take care, Mason. Talk to you later. No updates on my secure yet. Nothing yet. Very nice. Very nice, Drew. Khartoum, where's that? It's not a place I've heard of before. Less than an hour to go now. Not long at all. Can't do a VATSIM stream. Account's been suspended, and they won't give me a reason why, so VATSIM is out of the window. Khartoum Sudan. Right, okay. We'll see. We'll see. No plans to become a pilot, no. Does it have wind textures? Yes, yes it does. So it uses a shader-based effects, and so if it snows, instead of having textures, it puts a layer of snow on the ground textures. So it has got seasonal effects, yes it does. Welcome, Ms. Geo, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Yes, multiplayer does cause lag because you're loading in hundreds of AI airplanes into your sim, so lagging is normal for multiplayer. You need to have you around the world, are you? Ooh, very nice. Well, if you're at Nook right now, heading to Sicily, then you've only got a few more legs to go. Oh, to wait a month as well. Fair play. I'd like to go for a PPL or an NPPL. I'd like to do a license at some points in my life, but not yet. I'd like to do an NPPL type M potentially. I've not seen the weather mod for temporary sets. At the same time, I don't think I would use that because I just use live weather all the time. Welcome, Fenton. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chats. Cheers, Ryan. Much appreciated. So this lagging is almost certain because of this webcam. If I turn off the webcam, smooth again. Basically, the reason is the webcam. The way I get my green screen removed, it's a bit of a. I'm gonna check my weather again. It's a bit of a CPU heavy process, and as a result, it's yeah, it causes a few small problems with the CPU. So potentially, if I upgrade or when I upgrade, I'll get that improved. But for now, the webcam should stay off of flight sim streams. Train sim streams are fine. It's just flight sim. I've got to turn off multiplayer. Okay. Please don't spam caps. Why did you buy yoking throttle? Nice one. Why is my account suspended? Well, the official reason is VATSIM reserves the rights at any time to suspend any user from using our service. That's the official reason for my suspension, so I've tried to appeal it, I've tried to speak to them, they want nothing to do with me, so be it. Welcome Steve, how you doing? Team Boeing for me. Team Boeing. About 20, 30 or so minutes. We'll get ready to start our top descent into Washington, Baltimore. I've turned multiplayer off for IVAO, so I have got multiplayer. Just not the standard sim one. No, probably not going to get the Airbus stick and throttle. I'm quite happy with the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Planes I'd recommend for a beginner. I mean, just the Cessna 152-172 standard aircraft, stick and rudder, give that a go, get your practice on. I've already got... I don't plan to use ATC, especially not the default sim ATC, because it's just not that great. So I've done a startup and landing tutorial, just without the ATC. Baltimore's the third most dangerous city in the US. Okay, I did not know that one, Ollie. I hope our aircraft will be alright landing. Yes, the speed and altitude at the top screen is accurate. It uses FSUIPC to calculate it, and I'm using a tool called FlyLive Studio to display it. Yes, I've done a tutorial, released it yesterday for the IVAO setup. I have seen some lightning in live weather. It's not often, but if you find the right locations, it is possible. Not sure about that, but let's go. I'm certainly not sure if my passengers would appreciate that. Monitor, I'm using a Samsung curved monitor, 23 inches, 1080p. As well as the client, I'm launching the core as well, because there are two programs, the IVAO core and the IVAO client. Make sure you run the core first, because without it, clients will not work. And have you made an account as well for IVAO and connected to that as well? Because you need to actually have your accounts ready before you use the thing. Who else want to BPL? Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea fan. How far is getting to the airport? As soon as ATC provides you with the info, really. So I'm already programmed for our approach. And soon, because if I zoom out on the ND there, you can see the airport is now about 200 miles away from us. And so we're already programmed for our approach. We now just have to descend. What does APU do and what does APU bleed do? So APU is an auxiliary power unit, and when the main engines are turned off, it powers a small backup engine in the back of the airplane, and that way you can power all the systems on without the need to turn on the main engines. APU bleed is what activates the APU and just fills the air systems and all that just within the aircraft. And so both work one another. Meteo information using live weather. If you're using preset weather, then I'm afraid I don't know how to do that. Nothing within the sim at least, I know. Passenger status. 95% satisfied. 47 minutes expected arrival, so pretty much bang on right now. Yeah, so if you're on IVAO and you're connected, it will automatically connect you to other players on the sim. So a couple moments ago you saw a message there from a guy at Orlando. And so messages will display depending on where you are. And if you're a part of the world that has active ATC, then well, you may get fortunate enough to talk to people as well. It's going to be a close game, that's for sure. I mean, Liverpool are still looking strong. Chelsea, we've had a few good signings this summer window. And so I've got hope. I've got hope for this season. See you on the web eye. Nice one. Yes, you can track me on IVAO web eye, which is kind of like a Flight Radar 24, but for IVAO users. Any flights and trains or IVAO. Nice one. Nice one, Gilly, Ollie. Yes, when the 737 comes out, I will 100% be using the 737. I prefer it to the A320, so it's a given for me. Also, I bought the NGXU, so therefore I have to pay $40 for it when it comes out. You know you have to change your QNH, right? So if you go to altimeter, you have to manually scroll it and set it. It's not given to you, you have to set it for what it is. Nice one, True Hooper. You'll enjoy it. Baltimore. Nice one, Djokovic. Have a safe landing. We're using PAX and IVAO. PAX, IVAO, and the Fly-by-wire A320neo projects. And mega deliveries, yes. Sorry for the United Airlines delivery. Yep, it's £25 per exam, and there are 14 exams in total. If you do a microlight license, there are only 6 exams, and they cost £60 per session. Although some schools, if you buy certain packages, some will cover the costs, some will not. Oh yeah, so over an ATPL, you'd be spending at least £80,000 to £100,000 to complete it. How far from Baltimore? 120 miles or so. Which in that case, means we'll probably start our top percent in a moment. let's have a look at our descent, shall we? So we need to cut down to 2,100 by Zowie. So scroll down to 2,100. $35,000, it's not particularly high. We'll wait a little bit longer. Yep, that's about it, Ollie. So 100 miles out, 2,000 feet per minute, just as you go. Probably. I'll probably go up to a 1440p monitor. So that's the goal for the next upgrade. I won't go 4K yet. I'm not going to justify it at its current prices. It's very expensive for a 4K monitor. Oh, nice one, Jakovic. I mean, yeah, if you're on IVO, you'll definitely give me a spot. Definitely my last flight for Sunday, because right now it's 11:45 in the UK. So, after this, I'm going to bed. I mean, who told you that, Ryan? Most aircraft are similar speeds to previous aircraft. I mean, you've got something like the Concorde or the VC-10. So the Concorde went to Mach 2.0. The VC-10, the fastest subsonic aircraft, at Mach 0.97, but most aircraft are similar speeds to the earlier stuff. Let's start this descent, shall we? We're shooting for over 3 hours now, so it's a slightly later flight, I think. Potentially delay somewhere, I'm not too sure. Ooh, frame rate's dropped a bit. My guess, we're loading in the Washington scenery. That'll be Drzewiecki Design scenery coming into play now. The scene looks rather grand at the moment. Right, step 1, slow the plane down, 250 knots. We should go down to 280 for now. 100. Oops. And the descent rate at 2,000 feet per minute. Yes, we shall see a Concorde. DC Designs are right now doing one, and potentially FS Labs. Nice one, Aeroflot. Sticking out to the end, I see. Yep, getting ready for landing now. We have started our descents. No one knows, Drew, and the more you spam that question in the chat, the more likely you're going to get muted for asking it. How's the weather in London right now? Nighttime, but clear skies. Yes you did, Drew. I can see you asking that 10 question like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, the window, just even the window textures on their own, they're very, very nice. There's a lot of detail this sim has to offer. I do really like it. Passing now through, we've passed through 280 now, 28,000. There's an airplane just down below. You see the green light there. And the sun actually starting to get quite low on the horizon now. It won't set on us during this flight, but it definitely will get quite low on the horizon. Yes, third series comes out on Friday. What do you mean sun's in that details? It's the sun, what do you expect from it? It's a round ball. Down there. So TAS is target airspeed and what the aircraft's aiming for, while the IAS is indicated airspeed, so what the pitot tubes are reporting. Target and indicated airspeed. Well, there's your answer, Drew. Alright, passing through 22,000. Let's turn the seatbelt signs back on. Sorry, true airspeed. So true airspeed and indicator airspeed. Sorry, you are correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it is time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Cheers, gaming time. Glad you enjoyed the watch. I mean, you look at stuff like Project Fly, which tracks the number of users on VATSIM and IVAO. IVAO does regularly have more users than VATSIM. It used to be the other way around for a couple of years, but I don't know, in the last year or so, IVAO has certainly made a bit of a resurgence and has picked up a lot of users. And by integrating the voice codec and just introducing new voice codec as well, yeah, new voice codec, new altitude clients, it's easier than ever to join IVAO, so it does help with its users. Not long to go now. Not long to go. We're going to Washington, Baltimore airports. Baltimore, Washington. Bravo, Whiskey India. Altimeter now, since we've passed below 10,000, sorry, 18,000. So it's this way, isn't it? Yes. And let's get the METAR information for the airport. So it's our KBWI. So QNH 3001. Approach page performance, let's set up, so QNH 3001, temperature is 28 degrees, magnitude and winds 210 at 4 knots, transition altitude is 18,000, and I'll be 2,100. Right. So 151, 146 will be our speeds. How many miles to go? Not many. Not many miles to go. Just pass through 10,000, so in a moment we will cut. Oh, he's doing it now, so about 250 knots. Still we've got about 20 miles to go now, so we should probably start. Yeah, go on then. Spoilers out. Down to 2,600 feet per minute. Throttle, still climb. Let's go down to 230. So we're a bit closer to the airport than I thought we were. We should be alright. Worst case scenario, we'll do a bit of a vectored approach in.
We have begun our final descent into Baltimore. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed in future in the full upright position.
Tell you what,
Please
we'll do
also
one
store
loop,
any
so
carry-on items either in the
heading
seat back
mode.
pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
255. Down to 1,900 feet per minute. So do a quick loop. Send the aircraft a bit more, and then go and proceed with our approach in. We're a little on the high side right now, so not too much of a problem. Below 2,000, we're below 250 knots, below 10,000, so that's fine at least. Make another right hand turn or head towards the north again. So 010 will do. Just like I said, doing a quick loop, do one circuit to the airport, and then we'll come into land. We may get a sunset approach. The sun is rather low on the horizon right now. So the landing lights turned on, we are below 10,000 now. 4,000 by stars, okay. So 6,500 by flag, which we are now below that now, so we'll complete the loop. We'll continue the rest of the descent, down to 1,400 feet per minute descents. So get back en route now, down to 800 feet per minute. Drink of water. Cheers, Tyler. Enjoy the watch. How many flights? Just the one today. Just the one. Let's get back on the flight plan now. So back to heading engaged. direct to stars if possible. Yes, we can. Oh, interesting, okay. Never seen that before. Waypoint right on 0, 0 of the world. Well, it's gone to stars anyway, so that's alright. Right, let's do this. Flaps 1. Down to about 280 knots. Turn on the landing info on the PFD there. Landing guidance. See an aircraft just to our left on the ND there. So keep an eye out for them on our approach. Shall we use the ILS? We're still a bit early for that. Flaps 2. So again, quick run of the refs. It is 151,146, 151. New name for Drawyah, Captain Calm. Like I say, I always try and keep things relaxed. No point overhyping stuff when there's no need to really overhype it. If I fly, I enjoy myself. Why not? Yeah, let's hope we don't have to go that far, elites. I mean, I've not crashed any aircraft on my own free will yet. The only crashes I've had are sim-related, and those are relatively rare. So, like I said, let's hope we don't have to deal with any of those anytime soon. Right. Localizer on. And in a second, I'll set the approach. 10 miles, gear down. Flaps down 3. Spoilers armed. Brake sets to medium.
2,500.
Right, let's do this. Down to 151. Flaps down 4. Right. Pre-land checklists. So, gear down 3 greens. Brakes set. Spoilers armed. Flaps down. Landing lights active. We have landing clearance. Check. Land checks completes. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Cabin crew, please Oh, we've got a very nice sunset approach at least. Trees down below, a few roads below as well. A very pretty bit of scenery this. Right, at 1000 we'll turn off the autopilot and we'll bring the aircraft into to land. Keep an eye on the aircraft over there. Not sure what their intentions are. Potentially stand one of these runways on the right there. We'll see. Alright, 1070, 1060, 1020, 10.
1000.
Autopilot disconnects. Got a slight crosswind, although it's 1 knot, so nothing too bad. Aircraft coming into land.
500. 400.
A little bit to the right, so we'll adjust for that.
400. 300. 200. 100.
Committed.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
And down, advanced thrust sets. Hit the brakes, hit the brakes, hit the brakes. Gonna use the full runway for that. 210 feet per minute.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I ain't
welcome
complaining.
to Baltimore. The local time is 7:04 p.m. and it's currently about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
It was a short run, wasn't it? Well, that's what we're scheduled for, but we have made it. And that's the important thing. The United Airlines just over there. Truth told, I have no idea where United parks, so we're going to go find somewhere that's relatively clear at the moment to go stick the airplane anywhere. But overall, not a bad landing that. Should an Emirates A380. There's no A380 in the Sims, so it'll be impossible for me to do. Welcome there, Daz, how you doing? Paused for some reason there. How do you stay on the ground? Use the rudder controls. So the yaw is what's used to taxi on the ground. On, taxi lights set, runway lights off. So AP is starting up now, and all that's left for me to do is to bring the aircraft over to the gates. No 737, so I can't do a Ryanair. Yep, just finishing. Taxi now to the runway. Or to the gate even. Right, going to be entering another runway by the looks of things. Hope not for long. Cut across and then we'll yeah, not for long. Where's that United going? What's his intentions? Right, looks like we're going behind that United there. So hopefully... Is that an AI? Okay. In that case we won't follow it. 'Cause I'm not sure if it's going to a stand or to the runway, but if it's going to the runway then we shan't follow it. I've got British Airways over there, so I don't know, maybe I'll go park by that at British Airways. Delta 1 to Delta 29. The fact is, I don't know where the Deltas are, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna have to guess. Where's that guy going? What is he doing up there? He's on IVAO. He's paused. Not sure what he's planning. How do you know where to go? I don't. I literally do not know where I'm going. I'm just going to park the aircraft up anywhere that looks about right, basically. There's United right there, so I'm going to park up to that. Next to that United, currently at stand. So that's close I'm going to get to figuring out. Oh, hang on, it's not the angle, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll go straight into the gate because the jet bridge there is already extended over it. So we'll go right up to it, kind of just boop it with our nose. Right, nice and steady, nice and steady. As close as possible, and stop. Handbrake sets. Okay, so taxi lights off, AP bleed on, engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Washington, Baltimore. Total time right now is around 7 right now, and flight time today was about 3 hours and 20 minutes. We hope you had a pleasant flight today with United Airlines. We're going to see you again with us in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Washington, Baltimore. So beacon comes off. Total time right now is around 7 right now, and that comes off was about 3 hours and 20 minutes. We hope you had a pleasant flight today with United Airlines. We're going to see you again with us in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. And request jetway connection. See if they'll connect it to us rather than... Ooh, there you go. Perfect. Right up against it. I mean, now JetBridge is just going to do that to try and connect to the aeroplane, but, well, the quirks of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so what can you say? Oh boy, it's going to be interesting. There we go, exclusive look inside the JetBridge. It's empty. Right, while we're here, let's look around the airport a bit, scenery, see what's around, and then we'll bring this to an end. I mean, we're not really anywhere near anywhere. So Baltimore's somewhere to our north, Washington's somewhere to our southwest. So not really anywhere near the Drzewiecki Design scenery, for example, but I kind of just about see it very much in the distance. It's too far away for us to travel to, I'm afraid. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. So, yeah. Passengers start deboarding, and in a second we'll open up the packs menu, we'll have a look. Kind of, well, bring this flight to an end, really. Right, let's have a look, shall we? So, passengers deboarding, 4 hours and 3 minutes expected arrival, so we're pretty much bang on time with that one. So let's end the flights, check the end of the flight report. So United Airlines 224, we're a A320neo flying from Denver to Washington, Baltimore. It was 3 hour and 1 minute flights, and well, there you go, that's our stuff there sorted. So 160 people on board, 9% satisfaction, 213 touchdown, 324 flights. Head of schedule. People are happy. Oh, people are happy. So we'll save that, we'll upload that, and we'll leave it to do it soon later. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Next stream will be on Wednesday, so do tune in for that. Otherwise, it's been a good weekend. It's been good. It's been a good set of flights. So until next time, you guys have a good one. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good night, and I'll see you again soon. Take care and goodbye. And thanks for tuning in as well. Always appreciated.